Hello from Penny's Kitchen. We are getting kind of back into routine this week. It's been a little nutty, just making dinner, and I'm going to make with you tonight my chicken burgers. It's a recipe that I made up myself. I've got about a million Pampered Chef Appliances around me. But first we are going to start off with our twist and chop. And I don't love a lot of things on my counter, but this little baby has stayed on my counter since the day that I've gotten it, and you're going to see why in a minute. I cut up, well, let's start with the onions first. I cut up just a few pieces of onion, so maybe this is about a half of onion. And tonight I'm going to add some caramelized onion to this recipe, which I don't normally do, but I happen to have this in my refrigerator, and I am a person who never throws anything away. I just kind of use it in a recipe. Okay, the onion is chopped. It's crazy, you guys. This is why I keep this on my counter. See, the onion is chopped. I'm going to add, this is a whole red pepper, and I am just going to pulse this. Oops, I left a little tiny piece of onion out, and I am just going to pulse this. And there we go. So now we've got the onion and the red pepper all chopped up. Amazing, right? Okay, that is just super fast. So let's see, you can't really see that yet. So to the bowl, that is the bowl, and I'm going to pull that into your view in a minute. I'm going to add a pound of ground chicken, and I normally do chicken breast, but I think that was, although it's in 8% lean. So I like a lean, this is like a lean and mean meal. I like a lean meal. And I'm going to add our, let's get a spatula, that's a whole lot easier. And one of our amazing scrapers to scrape this out, the onions and the peppers. And I also happen to have some parsley, some fresh parsley. I don't always have fresh parsley, but I do today. So I figured, why not just pop that in the twist and chop. And I want that really done. So here is the beauty of the twist and chop. The blade inside goes up and down. So that means that everything at the bottom also gets chopped. Whereas a lot of these smaller food processors, if you try to chop herbs in them, it does not work because everything gets kind of stuck on the bottom, which does not happen here. Okay, so now we are going to just get all that in, and we're finished with this. So let's add, so I really wanted a simple meal. So not too many ingredients. So some feta cheese is going to go in here, not too much cheese, and some frozen chopped spinach. Really well thawed, and I'm just going to take a bunch of this. See, I got a recipe. There's no recipe involved here. It's just me kind of goofing around, and you can kind of play around with these ingredients and see what you like more than something else. And the beauty of our mixer is that this is a smart mixer. The controls are on the other side, so that would be too hard for me to show you. But there is a custom function, a whip and a cream. So tomorrow I'm going to make Linzer tart cookies, and I'm going to be able to cream the butter, and I'm going to be able to set it for a time and walk away, and it's going to stop when it's supposed to stop for creaming the butter. I mean, that is a beautiful thing. But today what we're going to do is we're just going to put it on mix, because I don't want this to, it's not going to get eaten up. We're not going to work in the meat. We're just going to combine the ingredients just for a minute or two, or even less than that. And that's how I can kind of tell I've got everything in there that I want. And this way also I don't have to get in there with my hands. This meat is freezing cold. I like to keep it cold. And, oh, you know what I forgot to add? Whoops! I forgot to add our Greek rub, which is usually a really integral part to this, but since I have the fresh parsley, wasn't as important today, but I do. Our Greek rub has oregano and lemon and all of the Greek Mediterranean. So these are kind of my Greek chicken burgers, as you will say. Okay. So now we've got that incorporated in there. pull this top off. And we're all, see, this is so easy, and we're almost finished. So let's just move these things aside. And what I'm going to do, whoops, is I'm going to use our burger slider. I like to make these uniform, so I'm going to just put a little bit of oil in here and then just swish it around with the pastry brush. And then let's get some burger in here. Oh, I usually use my scoop for this, but that's all the way over there. So we're going to get about 6 burgers out of here, I think. Depends on how big I make them. And they'll all be uniform. And then I'm just going to pop it out right on this. You can see that, right? Right on this parchment paper. And let's get one little drop of oil in there. You need to, because this is chicken and it is very sticky, especially because it's mostly chicken breast, you do need to grease this. If you were doing burgers, regular ground meat, you would not need to grease this at all and it would pop out. But what I found with the burgers is you do need to do that. Well, that one really popped out, so that's good. And then there we go. Okay, so I will post the end result because let's move you that. And here's what I love also about this stand mixer. My other mixer, I mean, this one goes in the corner too. It was impossible to move around. And this, I can lift it, but it still does a thick and heavy batter. It doesn't jump on the counter. I mean, it is really, really a wonderful mixer because it is smart and I can also move it. And then once these burgers are done, I'm going to heat up our grill. And what I love about the double burner, the deluxe grill and griddle, is when I put the grill blades on both sides, I put this down, these get cooked extremely quickly. So I'll post a picture when these are all done, but those are my Greek chicken burgers. Hope you enjoyed my making dinner with you tonight, and good night from Penny's Kitchen. I hope you're making something easy and fun on this cold, rainy night if you are in Connecticut. Bye.